So, welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Jungle Experience. Today's episode is about transformation, not only physically, mentally, but also spiritually. I'm joined by Nisso. He's a fitness coach, Brazilian jiu-jitsu practitioner, private trainer, and trader. Born in Algeria, raised in Canada, and now spending his time between Canada and Bali. What makes his story different is super unique. He doesn't come from trends or motivation, he comes from within. His lessons are learned from consequence, responsibility, and belief. His life is built on presence, structure, and most importantly, faith, something we both share, shared by real experiences rather than stories. Niso, I appreciate you being here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here around.
Thank you. So, before the discipline, before coaching, before Bali, there was a moment, that could have ended everything. You were in a car accident,
Yes,
alcohol was involved,
yes.
and that night changed the direction of your life. Take me back there. Who were you right before the crash, and what did surviving it force you to see?
Yeah, actually, what happened in my past, I used to live, the easy life, the fun life, enjoying desires, pleasures, all those types of things, And actually, yeah, I used to do a lot of things that are, how do you call them? You can call them toxic. It's the exact term for it.
Toxic.
Many toxicities in my past, like toxic people, toxic routines, toxic environment. And yeah, so what happened is like I used to have a lot of fun. I was thinking about enjoying life,
Mm,
have fun in your life, just have pleasures. That's what mattered for me in my
yeah.
past. So I wasn't about, like having, how do you say, good perspectives in life, you
Mm,
know. And yeah, that's what happened. Like, and I learned that life is very precious. I can tell you that the fact that if you like see things with a different eye, like see the things that are for most people are invisible, but those things matters a lot. Like it's invisible, but when you start to see it with your heart, it becomes so visible to you. Those little things, and now like my perspective of life completely changed. So I focus on the things that really matters, you know,
mm,
health, family, and most of like the first thing that is the most important to me is faith.
mm.
Having faith in my creator and having faith in my person, loving myself, being like with the, having that, how do you call it, a meaning in life. That's what I understood. I understood that, life have a meaning. Life truly have a big, big meaning. So I understood that I have to do my part for my purpose. And that's my purpose now, is sharing my story and also taking care of my well-being and being like transparent, being what we call just simply being human.
Yeah. Being transparent is super important. And you mentioned earlier that you used to give into short-term pleasures and you always used to look for the short-term fixes, for the fun, instead of the real purpose. So I'm curious, a lot of people treat these short-term pleasures, whether it be alcohol, going out, as social, as normal, as things of everyday life. But for you, it nearly cost you your life. So my question to you is, sometimes in the moment, we kind of get destroyed by the short-term pleasures until it finally hits you and wakes you up. So when you hear that, how do you think about short-term pleasures versus long-term success?
Yes. Actually, there's many type of pleasures.
Mm,
There's positive and good pleasures, and there's negative and toxic pleasures. So we're in the middle. We have to choose what is righteous for us and what could be bad for us. We're in the middle to make choices.
mm,
So everyone have the free will in this life,
yeah,
right? We're all free. We all have that free will to choose which direction we want in
yes,
our lives. So what matters truly, it's about making the righteous decisions because with patience, you'll receive any answer. You can receive a good answer, and you can also receive a bad answer. The thing is, it's up to you to choose which path you want to follow. Is it the righteous path, or like the quick path, the toxic path, the things that will bring you many like stress? You won't be, like you're gonna be like in a struggle all the time, but you think, you think it's gonna be successful to you. But what actually like being patient brings you is learning from your own experiences.
I understand.
So those experiences show you, like I told you in the beginning, like when something is invisible, but you have to listen to your heart, and it becomes so visible to you. Like it's those little things. There's signs. Everyone have a sign in his life. Everyone have ups and downs. You know, everyone have his own tests. Everyone have his own challenge. But what matters really is listening with your heart, acting with your heart, doing that difference that will bring you the most important thing that we call peace.
Peace. So, what did alcohol give you at the time then? Was it a fleeting pleasure? Was it something that allowed you to forget how you felt in the moment?
Mm.
What did it make you feel like that
Actually,
you overconsumed it?
what happened is like I had a kind of trauma that I didn't resolve in my subconscious. You know
Okay.
what I mean? Like I had like an emotional pain that I never resolved. So what happened is like I had so many challenges, and I was like, I was trying not to listen, like I told you. I was trying to skip. I was trying to like avoid to listening to why I should resolve that thing
Yeah.
before it hurts me more and more and more and more. So I was trying to skip. I was trying to have distraction. I was trying to have fun to forget it. It was subconscious. It was there, But I knew it. But most of the people, what we do, we lie to ourselves. We lie to ourselves because we're gonna feel that it's gonna hurt us. But actually, if you're truthful with yourself, if you start with your own self, being truthful, and don't lie to yourself. We all do it. We all lie to ourselves. It's human nature. You know what I mean? It's human nature.
Yeah.
We try to have like a secure mindset into something that we should like be transparent with it, and starting with us, with
Yeah.
ourselves. And when you're honest with yourself, you're gonna start to see what's good with you, what's not. You're gonna start to be honest with yourself. And then what happens right after it, you're gonna start to love yourself. You're gonna start to have confidence in yourself. You're gonna start to use the best muscle in you, that is your brain. You're gonna look for more knowledge. You're gonna look for, what works with you, what doesn't work with you. So it brings you like a kind of knowing yourself. And when you start to learn, when you start to know yourself, you're gonna start to know how everything works around you. And the circle will, by the time, slowly but surely, the circle will grow. It starts like this, and then it goes bigger and then bigger. But it depends of what? Of your energy. Are you putting a positive energy into it, or you're putting something more selfish? I'm thinking about me, 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 I. I'm gonna do it big. I'm gonna do it just like the Tony Montana mindset. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you saw the movie, right?
Yeah.
Did you saw how it ended up for him? He was like, I'm gonna be big. I'm gonna own the world and this and that. And in the end, actually, nothing followed him. Nothing.
Yeah.
So actions have what? Reactions. You stay positive into your actions, you're going to receive in your ending positive actions.
That's so interesting. So, I'm curious, when you say you start to learn more about yourself,
Yes.
and then you're able to see, because everything starts with within. That's what I'm kind of taking away from the
Yes.
conversation here.
Yeah.
So, were there any warning signs before your incident or before your crash that now you look back on and say, "Oh my God, that was God," or something?
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, God wants to facilitate everything for us.
Mm.
But our ego, our pride, you know, makes all the difference in it.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. That's the challenge, to fight against yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That ego that it's telling you, you know what? I'm invincible. I'm gonna be the one that is gonna own everything for himself. Alone.
Mm.
Alone. You know what I mean?
I know.
But what makes the difference? It's not you're a human. We're all humans. We're all equals. There's no one, men and women. Like we're all equals. Men function it with a certain way, of course. Women function it with a different way, of course. But it's like the ending result is 10, and for the woman, it's 10 too, right? So what happens is like we have to understand how we work, what's our functioning, you know? And the woman like have a different functioning too. So she have to listen to her functioning, you know, what works with her, what doesn't, what works with me, what doesn't.
Mm.
You know, so that's the thing, you have to listen to yourself. And me, faith changed everything. My perspective after my accident completely changed, because I was focusing like on priorities that I never took for let's say, like for how important it is.
Yeah.
You know, I had like different priorities about, you know, materialistic ideas, projects and businesses and stuff like that. But I didn't focus on the main, like the main ones, the most important ones, you know,
Yeah.
that we call having faith, and also peace, love, sharing, caring, giving.
So can you bring the viewers and myself back to what exactly did happen that night? What
Yes.
happened with your crash? What events went down beforehand and after, leading up to it and post crash?
Yeah. Okay. So what happened is, like I told you, like I had a kind of in my subconscious something that I wanted to skip.
Mm.
And actually it was the end of the week, and it was the birthday of a friend, you know? So we went for his birthday to chill out, to enjoy it. It was a good moment. But before going there, you know, like everyone, I love sushi. So I ate it, I ate it sushi like never before. You know, we went to an all-you-can-eat sushi, and bro, it was amazing, bro. I ate it like never before.
Yeah.
You know, so I was like full with sushi in my stomach. And then I went to the birthday party of my friend. And what happened is, like, you know, it was his birthday, and I was happy. It was a good mood. Everything was perfect. You know, it was positive. So I was like in my mind was, okay, I'm gonna skip the subconscious thing that I have with fun, you know, with just enjoying the
Mm.
moment. So I started to drink, okay? Like what happened, I took my first drink, wasn't a big deal, you know, like just a little drink, didn't do nothing to me. So what happened? Okay, I'm like, oh, this drink didn't do nothing to me, so I'm gonna take another one, you know, and then another one, and then another one. So excess, you know, that excess, what, like at a certain moment, what happened is, bro, the rice that I've eaten from all the sushis was in my stomach. So it absorbed all the alcohol. So just before leaving, you know, the birthday, what happened is like my body started to digest, you know, all that rice mixed with whole and like an amount of alcohol that is so intense, you know. So I drank so much that night,
Yeah.
and then I wasn't there anymore. Excess, like I told you, you know.
Yeah.
So I wasn't there anymore. I wasn't there anymore, bro. Like that toxicity was in my blood, completely absorbing me.
Mm.
And my friends, like they saw me, like they saw that I was like pretty drunk. I mean, and then they told me, okay, you shouldn't drive. You should be careful. And like, you know, I'm a coach. You know, I used to be like a private trainer and MMA trainer. So what happened is like they told me you shouldn't drive. You shouldn't drive. You know, but they tried to stop me, but I wasn't there anymore, you know? So I
Gone.
made like, yeah, I was like, okay. And one of them wasn't that drunk. He told me, okay, you know what? I'm gonna come with you. My friend Alex. I'm so grateful for him because That guy played a major part into my situation, you know.
Mm.
He's a good person, and he showed me that, you know, when you have a friend, when it becomes difficult, in exactly at that type of moment, you see the intention of your friend. You know, when you have that hardship, that friend that you have is going to be there no matter what. He's going to, you know, his intentions was pure. He showed it to me. So that's why it's a friend for a long, long term.
Mm.
Actions having reactions, you know.
Yeah.
So what happened, like my friend, okay, he had a good intention to come with me to make sure that I'm gonna drive safe. We're gonna go to the restaurant to chill out, you know, to lay back before going back home. So what happened? He's the one like telling me that the way I was driving, because me, I have some flashes. I don't remember everything when it happened, you know. I was like just some flashes of the situation, but he's the one that told me the story that I was like completely out of control. I was driving on the opposite, like on the opposite side of the road. Yeah, like skipping, burning all the red lights, you know, like, you know, and I used to like motorsports and beautiful cars and stuff like that, you know. So I was thinking that I'm a F1 pilot, you know, like, so I was driving like a
No.
crazy guy.
God.
Yeah, bro, honestly, like, I don't even know why, like, and how come that, you know, like, I'm so grateful to God. Honestly, it was a lesson for me, you know. God, like, showed me that this situation happening there was completely a lesson for you.
Mm.
And I'm gonna explain to you why.
Mm.
Because I was driving like a crazy guy. And you know, in Canada, what happens, like sometimes the weather, you know, it changes so fast. In the day, it could be like around 3 degrees, and in the night, it could be like -2, -3. So the road are a little bit more frozen in the night, you know. And actually, my accident happened in the end of November.
Okay.
So that day exactly, you know, it was a Friday, and what's amazing about it is the fact that that day it was that type of weather. So it was like 2, 3 degrees in the day, and then in the night -2, -3, around that
Mm.
type of temperature. So, like I told you, I'm a motorsports enthusiast, you know. So when I was driving like a crazy guy before just taking the highway for going to the restaurant, because you know it's the fastest route to
Yeah.
take. Yeah. So what happened? I used to like curves. You know what I mean? Like when you drive a car, I wasn't that type of guy that, you know, when it's a straight line, you go to the full speed or anything. What happened is like I used to like, you know, the pilot style, you know, like to take the curves properly from the outside to the inside, you know. So what happened is like I was driving like a crazy guy, but it was a 90-degree, almost a 90-degree curve. So imagine I was at 188 kilometers, and the temperature, like that day wasn't the best temperature, and my tires wasn't brand new because I used to have fun with that car, you know, like I told you. I used to have a lot of fun with many things. You know.
Yeah.
So that's what happened, and this is crazy because like everything was there, you know, for that accident to happen, but with like, how do you say, like, happening to show me that it was a lesson for me. I didn't kill no one, thank you God. I didn't kill my friend, thank you God. I didn't kill myself. God gave me a second chance in life, you know. So, and also, like, I'm gonna explain to you the consequences that I've skipped too, the
Mm-hmm.
major consequences that God blessed me for showing me that we own nothing, we're nothing. He's the one that provide, he's the one that controls everything, you know. And the lesson was specifically for me, because my friend, like the car, like I told you, like it was in that curve, and what happened, the car slipped a little bit and then started to drift, and then went out the like went completely out of the road and flipped, bro, 10 times. Not just one, not just two, 10 times. And each impact was on my side, so I eated the impact of it. So 10 times, boom, 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 10 times. And my friend walks up, this like right after the accident, when the ambulance came, they took him to the hospital. Like the day after, the morning after, he was able to go back home. Me, completely different story, bro. No, 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 no. Me was like a different story, brother.
Vegetable.
Bro, trust me, it was a different story. So 3 days of coma, they didn't know how long it's gonna take. Imagine the family like hearing that type of news. You know, they didn't know it could be taking like it could be like months, it could be like years, it could be, you know, they didn't like they didn't know.
Mm.
And like also the brain injury that I had, it was a major concussion. So that like they thought maybe even like if I wake up, like it's gonna be I'll be like you said, just a vegetable. My brain like not able to remember, and actually I have consequences of what happened, but not that major.
Right.
You know, like I feel tired sometimes. Like I have like my concentration is different. My emotions are completely different. Like my nerve system is completely different. I have a kind of ADHD. You know, like sometimes my nerve system thinks too much. And sometimes I speak too much, I talk too much too. I don't have like, you know, when you put your point on a phrase. So sometimes that this is what happened. Actually, there's positive in it too. You know, it's not simply negative. You
Mm.
know, that's the thing. Like when something is meant for you, no matter what is gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know, but actually it resolved many things. And I have a different challenge too. You know, like my health now, it's my priority. It's my number one. I take care of it the best I can because I don't have choice anymore. You know, I don't have choice because now I have like a different, first of all, a different perspective of life. And also, like, I know that health, what we say, health is wealth. You know, so I don't focus on the same wealth anymore. I used to think about those materialistic things, you know, having a beautiful car, you know, having all those desires that you know people wants to live like the style of living the American dream, like the Tony Montana style, you know.
Mm.
But honestly, life actually for finding that peace and finding that happiness, you don't need much. You don't need much. It's pretty simple. We make it complicated. And even science proves that if you have a problem, 90% of that problem is in the brain.
Yeah.
The 10%,
Yep.
easy to manage,
Mm.
easy to control. You have all the capabilities in you to control it.
Yeah.
You have all the potential in you to control that 10%. So you won't have something bigger than you in life. You have all the capacities to go over it, you
Yeah.
know? So that's the thing. So that's why now, bro, my focus completely changed. So my main things now is my faith with God. Having that faith in my heart. I fight not against the people. I fight against myself, against my ego. That's the worst enemy.
Yeah.
Ego.
Ego is the enemy.
Exactly. And we all have our ego in ourselves, you know? We all have like the that devil to fight.
Mm.
But also, we all have what? That angel that could help us. But like I told you in the beginning, it's up to us to choose. We have the free will.
Yeah.
Are you going to choose the righteous side with the help of the angel? Or are you going to choose the wrong side with what? Your devil partner,
Yeah. Angel all the time.
you know?
So we go from sushi
Yeah,
to car crash
yes,
to completely changing your perspective. When we were talking at the gym yesterday,
yes,
you showed me photos of you in the hospital bed
yeah,
looking like a vegetable.
yeah.
When you look at those photos now, how do they make you feel?
Bro, that that we're all weak. Like you think that you have power, you think you're invincible, but what do you really own? You know, do you own your future? Do you think that everything is gonna happen the way you planned, the way you managed it, like the way you managed your things are going to happen exactly how you planned it? No, because what do you really own? It's not the future, and what happened in the past already passed, bro. You don't have control on what happened. You know, what do you control? It's now,
No.
the present you have, the moment you have. What you gonna do with it? What you gonna do with it? Are you gonna be someone who's gonna love himself? Someone who's gonna like try to find peace around himself? Someone who wants to share and help the people around him? Are you gonna be like that type of person? Or are you gonna be the person that wants to get more, that greedy mindset? You know what I mean? Like, I'm the one, I'm gonna have more and more and more for myself and show to the people that I'm the best, I'm the king of the world, I'm this, I'm that. But actually, God showed me. I used to have that type of mindset too in my past. You know, I used to think that I'm invincible, I'm the thing, that I'm like, I'm the guy that is gonna own everything and be the king, you know? But God actually showed me that no, 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 no. God is the king.
Mm.
He's the provider. He's the guide. He guided me to the righteous path. But because what? Because he knew that my intentions was pure inside my heart. It's just that trauma that I've had, you know, that was like in my subconscious that I didn't resolve. You see, that's the thing that made me try to skip reality. Even if God, like you said, he gave me signs. He showed to me like the invisible. When you start to like, when you start to see with your heart, the invisible starts to become so visible, brother. It
Mm.
become to you so. It become to you so visible. It's clear like water. It becomes to you like you're gonna start to understand this life. You're gonna start to understand many, many, many aspects about why the things in this world are happening this type of way. You know, life, it's like that. There's always ups and downs. You
Always
know,
ups and downs.
always for everyone, bro. Everyone has his own challenge. Everyone have his own like fights in his life. Everyone have his own blessings. Everyone have his own talent talents. But everyone also have what? Everyone have a meaning. How many, like, what's the population of the world? Like 8 billions now, I think, something around that. So think about it, bro. 8 billion people. 8 billion people having what? Having everyone having a single fingerprint unique to himself.
Yeah.
An algorithm that is unique. Your algorithm is unique. Nobody can copy it.
Mm.
Let's say you have your safe somewhere, you know, and what most people try to do, like without judging anyone or anything, but I used to be like in that type of mindset in my past, you know. I used to think that for having success, you need what? You need to copy on the successful ones. You need to copy on the successful ones. Actually, no. You don't need to copy nothing from no one. To have success, it's pretty simple, what I've learned from my own experience.
Yeah.
To have success and to open, let's say you have a safe. You want to open that safe. Yeah? And the safe that you have that have gold in it, that have treasures, that have like peace, that have like emotions, everything that your soul wish for. You know, if you want to have access to that safe, like what most people will try to do, like I used to do, me too, is like using the fingerprint of the successful one and try to open it.
Mm.
You know, I'll try to open it. I'll try to open it, but it doesn't work. You know, the algorithm says to you that it's not the righteous fingerprint for opening that safe because you try to copy that fingerprint for someone else.
Yeah.
You know, but if you want to open that treasure, it's pretty simple. Use your own fingerprint. It's linked to you.
Mm.
And for achieving that is the first thing is loving yourself, being honest to yourself,
Yeah.
you know. And most of like the most important thing, of course, is having faith in God, trusting the process. Trust God is perfect. We're not perfect. We're all humans, you know. Like I told you, we all have ups and downs. But there's two types of people. There's the type of people that have ups and downs that goes like this to the upper side, and you have that type of people that have ups and downs that goes lower and lower and lower and lower.
Yeah.
And we are in the middle. with that free will, it's up to us to choose what side I want. I want this side or this side. I want like peace, love, family, union, like doing good for humanity, being human, just being human. It's simple. It's not complicated.
Yeah.
It's not complicated. It's very easy. Just be human.
Yeah.
Or thinking that you're above everyone, you're the only one, you're gonna have more for yourself. So it's up to us. It's up to us with our free
I
will.
love that analogy. I can't open my vault if I take the fingerprint of you or Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. Only my fingerprint can open my vault. And I think I needed to hear that.
Yeah,
So I think that was like one of the best points that we said so far. So like you said, most people when something happens to them, they go one of two ways. They go like this,
mm,
like a stock that's green, or
yeah,
they go like this, a
yeah,
stock that's red, right?
yeah.
I have a quote here. No man is free who is not a master of himself. So, my question to you is how did losing control redefine what responsibility meant to you? You mentioned the things that are important to you, but for the viewers, they might be at a hard time in their lives right now.
Yeah.
What does responsibility mean to you, and how can they take that and run with it?
Okay. It's pretty simple,
Okay,
because actually it's exactly what I did
right.
in that situation. When you have everything one day and the other day you didn't plan, you used to plan the projects you have, you used to, like to manage everything and make sure that everything is gonna be all right and you're gonna make more and more and more. And then you wake up one day, first of all, you almost died. Second of all, you almost killed your friend with you. Third, third of it, you can like you could have killed someone on the road, an innocent person, like the consequences. Third, third of all, the fourth of all is like, bro, I used to be like I skipped to be paralyzed for the rest of my days. I was like, even the doctors were amazed about my situation. They told me, like, it's something that we're not used to see like every day. Like some like people that have this type of accident, usually like the consequences like are very major to them. Yes, I have consequences. Like I'm not to 100% like I was before.
Yeah.
But I have a different challenge now. I'm reborn, like I'm a new person. I'm a different person, a different perspective. So what happened is like, think about it. Like you used to have all those things, and the day you wake up, you lost your health, you lost your wealth, your plans won't work anymore. You used to plan many things, but it's not the same thing anymore. So God showed me that what do you really own? What do you really own?
Mm.
Do you own the materialistic things you have? Do you own your health? Do you own, you know, what you really like? What he showed me what I own, like what is in my hands, what is in my heart, is my intentions.
Yes.
That thing I own it. I own my intention. Like what I'm gonna do with it. I'm gonna use it properly or no. So that's why to answer your question, to like that's why I was like I was into like a hardship, trying to understand, like what's this life is all about. Why did I had a second chance? Why like God like is putting me into something like that? Because I wasn't a believer before. I was like, yeah, I had the kind of belief, but not that deep, like not having that reflection and seeing and trying to analyze life, understand what's the meaning of life.
Mm.
I used to just have fun, and I was trying to skip things, not just to go deep and to think about things.
Mm. So, building self mastery, why did physically training change your life? Why physically training, jiu-jitsu, training others, training yourself, focusing on your health, change your life?
Yeah, like to answer that question, like what happened in the past, like I used to do it for the wrong reasons. I used to train, I used to, like for the superficial aspect of it, just living for the others, not doing it for me. not doing it for my health,
Mm.
not doing it for what really matters. You know, I used to do it for like having the beautiful shape, having the beautiful physique, having, you know, just living for the other people, living for the opinions of the others, not living for my own self-love.
Yeah.
So, like I told you, I made like the thing that I've done that is different, I made two lists. I'm gonna suggest everyone that is seeing now, just try it out. Make it like visual, not because the brain, we're all humans, we forget sometimes, you know, but make it visual. I did like some lists. I did the lists to understand the meaning that I have, like what's my meaning in this life, to understand who I am. So what I did, you know, a list of the things I like. I like this, I like that, I like fitness, I like this, and etc. You know, so and I did a different list of the things that I hate. I hate this, I hate that, no, 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 no. And I made a different list of my talents. I'm good in this, I'm good in that, no, 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 no. And then I made a list of the things that I'm not good at. You know, I wasn't good in this, wasn't good in that. So it gave me a straight line to know exactly who I am. You know, oh, okay, I'm good. This I have to improve it. This I have to work on me to get better at it. You know, this I don't like it. I won't waste my time on it anymore.
Mm.
I don't need it. You know, this like it's toxic for me. No, I don't need that.
Right.
So I made the things very clear to me because I wasn't not focusing on the other people, on others, on something like outside of me. You know, I was like, it changed completely because I was focusing on me, focusing on what I can do, what's my meaning, how can I help, can I help first of all myself, and then help the people around me.
Mm. How can you help? How can you make an impact?
Exactly.
So you're a personal trainer, private trainer,
Yeah.
a fitness coach, and a trader, a man of many talents.
Yeah.
All three require an extreme amount of emotional control
Mm,
and discipline.
yes.
What do these things, training, trading, have in common with each other?
Yeah, yeah. Good question. I like this one. So this question means that, you know, you have to be, first of all, in control. Control of what? Control of your emotions.
Hmm.
Because, you know, like in the trading world, if you don't control your emotions, yeah, exactly. It's gonna be out for you, you know?
Hmm.
In the martial arts, fitness, it's the same thing. You know, like when I used to coach people to tell them, bro, you need to, you know, control your emotions. Let's say you have a fight, even if in UFC or in a box fight or anything, like any
Yeah.
martial arts, you know, if the guy is like using his energy, his emotions are mixed with his energy. So what is gonna happen? So he's gonna start to drain a lot of energy. He will be in that offensive mode. You know what I
Mm.
mean? He will offense and try to attack and do this, and but it drains out all the energy he's having. You know, and then what happened if you control your emotions? You're gonna stick to your plan. You're gonna stick to what you planned in the beginning. You're gonna respect your plan. You're gonna not just follow up the emotions into it. You're gonna, okay, I'm gonna do it this way, this way. This is the best way for me. This is the righteous way for me. I gotta train hard, make this thing righteous for me to win the fight. I'm gonna follow my plan, not getting too emotional.
Got it. So what does consistency look like when motivation disappears? Because I'm sure a lot of the viewers are like, yeah, I don't really want to go to the gym 7 days a week. Oh, I don't feel like it today. How do you make sure that you keep that discipline even when you don't feel like going? Showing up, praying, going to the gym, eating disciplined, carb cycling, whatever it is.
Yeah.
How do you make sure you keep that?
Okay. So for being like consistent, you need to like you know, for me, it's a pleasure. You know, taking care of my health, my motivation is my well-being. You know,
Fair.
in the beginning it's gonna be, you know, it's gonna be difficult. Me too, like when I started training, like, you know, 15 pounds. for me was the biggest challenge ever. But bro, you need a goal. A goal for what? You need a goal for your life. You need a goal for your health. You need a goal to achieve. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You need goals. If you don't have a goal, bro, what's the purpose? You have a meaning, right? If you have a meaning, your meaning, like, it's like for following up a goal, you need a goal, you know? So that goal, for reaching that goal, it's all about consistency. Do you know what Bruce Lee says?
Mm.
Just one punch. And he repeated, like, repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat and repeat with consistency. Like one punch, not doing, let's say you go to the gym, okay, do just 20 minutes. You know, like the main objective for you, okay, you're gonna start, okay, 15 minutes. I don't have time, 10 minutes. You know, that 10 minutes, what's amazing about it is like even the physics answer that theory. You know, Einstein said the compound effects.
Mm.
Compound effect. You do 10 minutes plus 10 minutes plus 10 minutes. At a certain time, it's gonna explode.
Gonna explode. Yeah, it's the eighth wonder of the world.
Exactly. Same thing in the training world. Same thing in the fitness. Same thing in any discipline.
Yeah. So when I walked into the gym, I knew you had an amazing energy from the start.
Thank you.
And we spoke about being in Bali together and the people in Bali. What did changing your environment change about you?
Yeah. Actually, you know, if it's all about, like you said, sometimes your energy depends where you invest your energy.
Mm.
Like you said, if some people are going to invest it in a place that is positive, what is gonna come back to them? It's something obviously positive. If some people are going to invest their time into something negative, obviously they're gonna receive negative energy back to them.
Yeah. So we talked about before you living in the present rather than focusing on the future or on the past because almost like the Stoics, like the present creates future success as opposed to focusing and planning 50 years down the line. So, what does a normal day look like for you? Just so the viewers can get an understanding.
Normal day, bro, honestly, waking up, being grateful to God that I'm still alive.
Mm.
Being grateful to God, because in my, like, when I had my accident, so many things that I used to take for granted, my perspective of that completely changed. Like just going to the washroom, moving your head from left to right, being able, yeah, this is a blessing,
Yeah.
this is a big blessing.
Yeah.
Being able to walk with
Yeah.
your legs, having, the fact that you eat, the fact that you can drink, the fact that you have access to that, the fact that you have access that, all those things that we take for granted.
Yeah.
Because when you're gonna have like something that is, you're gonna lose everything, your perspective will completely change because, bro, like those little things that you used to take for granted, like, plays a big role in your life.
Mm. So, if success is created in the present, how do you define success beyond physique or money or spirituality? Beyond that, you know, how do you define success or the man that you want to become
Hmm.
5, 10 years from now?
Honestly, success for me is, I want to satisfy my creator, God.
Mm.
Satisfying my creator will make all the difference because I know that my creator is the provider. He look the world that we live in. Everything synchronized together.
Yeah,
Nature, humans, that everything that God created work in, like, in a synchronized way
yeah,
that is very unique. And it's like a big teamwork, in nature. So if you respect nature, you respect the simple things that you see around you, like respecting life. A plant, it's a living thing.
plant.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that plant is living, right?
Yes.
So if you respect her, she's gonna, you give her water and everything.
Mm.
That plant is gonna give you oxygen to breathe. If you give her good energy, what do you think is gonna happen? She's gonna give you that good energy, get that good energy back too.
Mm.
So if you respect life, that's the thing. You have to respect life. You know, like I told you, 8 billion people and everyone have a meaning. So imagine you kill someone, you didn't hurt that person only, you hurt yourself too. Because that person have a meaning. So it could, like, you know what I mean? So that's the thing. So if you killed that person, or you didn't respect the life of that person, you judged that person, you didn't respect the meaning of that person. So what happened? Actions having reactions.
Actions having reactions.
And also, if you remove something to someone, the same thing is gonna be removed to you. But it depends also of your intentions. If it were like your intention was bad, actually you could like lose more than just the bad action you've done.
I understand. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take you through a speed round. Speed round.
Yeah.
So quick answers.
Yes.
First thing that comes to your mind.
Yeah.
Number one habit that changed your life the most.
A habit that changed my life the most
Yes.
is honestly, it's going back on that straight path, getting closer to God.
Hardest moment that made you stronger.
Hardest moment that made me stronger, actually, it's my accident.
Yeah.
My accident, yeah.
Most overrated fitness advice you hear.
Overrated is the fact that people see that it's difficult, it's complicated, it's impossible to reach the goals that they wish. You want that Hollywood body. They think it's nah, it's just like I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have like the possibility of making it happen.
One discipline mistake people make repeatedly.
It's actually not be consistent. Like if you're consistent with little, even if it's little, with the compound effect, it's gonna come back to you like even better than what you expect.
I love that. One food you'll never give up.
Food.
Food.
Actually, honestly, I wasn't a vegetable fan in my past.
Okay.
But what I saw with the benefits, because on the definition of the muscles and also the energy, the way it hydrate the body, it's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, now I would say it's vegetables. It could be
Okay.
strange for many people,
Very,
but
very cool.
yeah.
Okay, one daily non-negotiable. So something that Niso has to do in the day. No excuses.
Actually, my prayers, my relation with God.
I love that. One value you refuse to compromise on. Nobody can take it away from you. One value.
No, one value that nobody is able to take away from me is honestly, good question. It's nobody can remove the peace that I have in my heart right now.
Yeah, 'cause it comes from within. Last question. What does success mean to you in one sentence?
Success to me means that you satisfy your creator the righteous way. God wants us with things that are pretty simple.
Yeah.
Peace, unity, charity, praying Him, be thankful to Him, and see the blessings that He puts around us every day, every moment. And don't take them for granted.
So if someone is listening right now, they're sitting in their chair at home or on their couch, and they are where you once were, numbing, drifting, avoiding their pain, what truth would you want to share with them before life forces it upon them?
Actually, I used to like think that it only happens to the others. I used to think like those types of things, accidents and dramas that I used to see around, and the stories of the people and everything. I used to think that it will never happen to me. I'm invincible. I know how to manage with things. I know my intelligence. I know how I'm gonna make it happen and everything. But actually, like I told you, we're all humans. We all have ups and downs. But when God loves you, He's going to teach you the best way, because He knows you better than you know yourself. And He knew my ego. He knew my pride, how much I was like, bro, me, I'm gonna be best. I'm gonna be the best. I'm gonna be over everything. It doesn't scare me. And He showed me that actually God is the guide. He will guide you. But you'll have to ask him. You have to act with your heart. You have to, like I told you in the beginning, you know, like when the invisible becomes so visible to you, you have to ask him for that guidance. You have to ask him for what is truthful,
Mm.
what is righteous.
Actions have reactions. So for the viewers that want to come and listen more about your story,
Mm.
where can they find you? On Instagram, on what platforms are good for you?
Yeah, actually, yeah, on Instagram. And
And
you know,
we'll put it in the description so you can follow
yeah,
Niso.
and I have also like a project on it actually, because I want like with my story, like it's not about, you know, just the how do you say, like the just the appearance stuff, and you know, like I want to teach the people, like I want to share with the people too from my own experience, is the fact that, bro, what type of exercise they should do, and what type of, you know, how do you say, like the best muscle to train, it's the brain. And you need to balance the brain with the heart.
Mm.
And to, like, you need to balance the heart with what? With your soul. Some
Yeah.
people will call it the instinct, or as you know, like the if you have the gut inside you, but actually it's your soul, you know? If you find the righteous balance between your brain, your heart, and your soul, you're gonna be balanced.
Balance.
So
Yeah.
it's all about balance. Yeah.
Niso, thank you for your honesty and depth.
Thank you.
It truly wasn't a conversation just about health or trading. It was about waking up, actions have reactions,
Yes.
and purposefully choosing how to live. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys.